Does anyone else think that Bordelas looks like a James Bond villain, or is it just me? It's probably just me. What's going on, guys? ¿Cómo están? BugaLuis here and welcome back to another video here on the channel. And today, of course, you know it, we're gonna be covering the game between Barcelona and Getafe, the victory by 2 goals to 1. I predicted it correctly. Who else predicted it correctly? Let me know down below. Before we actually start off this video, guys, I would like to give a very big shout out to Don, Robson, and Ron. They're all from Malaysia and they went there to the Camp Nou to watch this game. They're all followers of the channel, so it's just crazy to see, you know, people actually going there, seeing Barca. It's a great experience. If you have any sort of kind of experiences like that from now on, be sure to let me know and you can appear here in this video for everyone to see. So this game certainly was a difficult encounter. There were ups and lows throughout the entirety of the 90 minutes, but Barcelona overall are looking on the right path. They're going the right direction, and I couldn't be happier because the football that we saw today from our team, from the individual players, really demonstrated that we can be back. We can be back. We got the tools, we got the quality, and there's no reason whatsoever why we shouldn't feel ill-equipped of winning La Liga and the Champions League this season. With the right mentality, and we certainly got 100% the players, we can do stuff. Perhaps the only thing limiting us is the injuries right now, but we're gonna be talking about that more in this video. So I want to start off first of all with the entire team performance, and let's break it down. I think the very first 20 minutes, Getafe had a very good and strong start. All of the notes that I have here from those first 20 minutes, actually, I'm mistaken, 25 minutes, are all in favor of Getafe, really. Barcelona had 2 chances in that occasion, very good individual play from Lionel Messi, and I don't know if you really noticed, but throughout this entire game, Messi was going ham. I don't know what it is. Maybe he has some personal beef with Getafe, or maybe he just found extra motivation today. Maybe he saw the video and said and heard me saying, will Messi be able to replicate the same kind of performance from the past 2 games? And Messi was like, okay, you know what, Buga? I certainly can, because today he was absolutely impressive. Goals keep coming, and Messi finishes a run of 6 goals directly contributed from him. I think actually this is the first time the goal from Junior Firpo onwards, Sergio Roberto, and of course not in La Copa del Rey, where Messi has been able to contribute directly to all of the goals in this era. And that just tells you a lot. A lot of his injuries since Luis Suarez is gone, the injury of Ousmane Dembélé. Messi has stepped up to the plate, playing us at false line. He looks absolutely incredible, and he just has the motivation. You can see it in him. But I'm getting ahead of myself. I have to talk about the team first. And yeah, those 5 minutes wasn't good enough. I think that Barcelona still always have the quality to go for it, as we showed today. The individual characteristics of our certain players can help us push that forward. And the defense is going to be where we're going to be lacking a little bit. However, let me say, we were very lucky not to go behind. Of course, that goal from Neom, it was a certain foul of Samuel Umtiti. I could understand also if they didn't decide to rule it out, because it wasn't directly a foul where I think Neom just went out there to hit Umtiti. But football is now like that, where we don't take the sort of kind of, did it actually meant it or not? We don't take that into consideration anymore. Is it a foul? Is it a handball? If it is, then strike it, rule it off, or give the penalty. And in this one, it was to rule out the goal, and good on the VAR, good on the referee. 3 minutes it took though. 3 minutes it took. I could certainly understand for all of you in the stadiums, but yeah, the thing that was really worrying me is that Getafe is a team that they like to pressure, but not for the entirety of the 90 minutes. Getafe, for those very first 25, they're really keeping us in our half. For those, once again I repeat myself, sorry, for the first 25, the possession was 74 for Barcelona, but most of it was played in our own box. I timed it, guys. After the VAR decision, 2 minutes. We spent 2 minutes passing around in our own back, and that is not good enough. That is not necessarily good enough on our part, but that's not what we need to do. Getafe was doing a great job, and we have to commemorate them for them. That was admirable. Against other teams like Napoli or Real Madrid, maybe in the Clásico, or even harder teams after that in the UCL, that is going to cost us a little bit. Those lapses of just those 20 minutes, you can really screw everything up. And that is something that Barcelona need to start working on. Not necessarily control the games the full 90 minutes, but know how to start strong. Because if we don't do that, then we're going to pay the price. However, after that everything changed. Everything completely changed. De Jong and Arthur started playing a lot more, coming into deep, getting the ball, progressing it forward, and always looking for that run. I was very surprised of Arthur always trying to dictate the next pass. He was always trying to look for those spaces, and that is something that Barcelona hasn't been doing of late. When very first De Jong came, you could remember the statements from him, from De Jong, saying that the passing at Barca wasn't the same as Ajax, because in Ajax you always pass and you gotta move, you gotta incentivize that next kind of progression of the ball. But in Barca it was very static, and now with Quique Setién that is something that is no more. Quique Setién has said to the players, you pass, you move, you look for the next kind of possible kind of, once again, progression of the ball, and it's gonna happen. So good on the team, good on Arthur and De Jong. They look so good together with Busquets. He can take much more of a laid back role to know exactly where to distribute the ball, and most importantly know where to position himself. He made the most ball recoveries in today's game with 10 I think it was 10 ball recoveries in this game, and that is superb from Busquets. That's why we need more of him. He made some mistakes for the chance of Molina, but Molina didn't score. Okay, I can understand mistakes here and there, but if you're doing your job, I cannot blame you whatsoever. But then came the goal, and what a goal it was. Literally, or if you read my notes, you wouldn't understand, because everything is Busquets, Messi, oh my god. I just remember those specific moments, because those are the initial reactions that you get. And that goal was exactly Barcelona from all times. It's literally everything that we love about this team. Messi with the weighted pass onto Antoine Griezmann, and then Antoine Griezmann with the Suarez-esque finish. But even before that, guys, the pass from Umtiti, it wasn't an incredible thing, but it just tells you how far up the field we were that Umtiti could assist then Messi, and Messi with one touch pass it on to Antoine Griezmann again. It tells you how much we're controlling in that part of the game, and how much we can actual quality we have, and how much we can provide that to make those chances, to make those goals. The number 9 is a thing that helps you, but right now it's gonna be a bonus. We need to start first doing this more every single game consistently, and if we have a number 9, great. If we don't, we still have people like Antoine Griezmann, like Ansu Fati, like Sergio Roberto for the next goal that always try and contribute. And that second goal, it was Junior Firpo that came into it and passed from fullback to Sergio Roberto. Incredible, absolutely wonderful. I enjoyed how this team played completely. The start of the second half, Getafe got into it. First 20 minutes, they did the same. They pressure. They cannot do it for the full 90, and Barcelona managed to conclude those final minutes and just control the game to kill it off. Good finish from Angel for that goal for Getafe. Try and equalize. That volley was incredible, to be honest. It really good, and it tells you how much Barcelona actually wants a player like him. It makes perfect sense. He has 10 goals in La Liga, and 8 of them has come off the bench. So he's probably the best super sub the Spanish league has to offer nowadays. So it makes sense we're trying to go for him. But overall, Barcelona, good job. I like it. I really do. And I apologize for the structure, but I guess I already talked about some players now before. And one final thing that I want to say before moving to the final point that worries me a little bit is that these players, they look like they regain the passion. They look like they want to play. They're doing the flicks, they're doing the tricks, they're passing, they're moving constantly, they're running for balls that they don't have to. And that tells you just that the players just want to do that again. They're happy, they're regaining that kind of confidence in themselves, in the belief in the team, and enjoying it, having fun. Because at the end of the day, you want to work having fun for what you do, right? That's kind of the whole point of life. If you are not happy but are on top of the world, are you really winning? Is it actually matter at all? And this is what kind of I think Setién is telling to the players. If they have fun with what they're doing, if they're enjoying, they don't care that much about a result, just go out there and play. And we are winning. Literally, that's how it is. A good attitude, a good smile on your face after a day of work. That is what Barcelona needs to do every single day, and that's what we're doing right now. So I can say I'm happy with the direction we're following. And now the only kind of negative, which is really not a negative to be honest, it's the injury to Jordi Alba. It's a negative for the team that we're not going to have such crucial player like him for important matches like maybe El Clásico and even Napoli. And the reason why I really want to highlight this is because we already know that the extent of his injury might be of 2 and 3 weeks. So it's a relative kind of medium short time that we're going to be missing out on Jordi Alba. But I really want to highlight Junior Firpo today here because this must be kind of like a huge boost in a way for him, but also he might feel a little bit scared. I was very kind of nervy that when he was gonna come into this game, he was thinking about, okay, then shit, I'm gonna have to perform good in this game, but then I have to also perform good the next game against this team, and then against Napoli, against the Clasico, all of that, and it was gonna build up and give him a lot of unnecessary pressure. But he was excellent today. He came in, he did directly what he needed to do, the job. His association with Ansu Fati was really good, especially in the second half. There was a very good chance with Junior Firpo overlapped, 1-2 with Ansu Fati, get past the right hand-sided player, got into the box, crosses it, and then Antoine Griezmann blasted it past the post, over the post. And that is something which Antoine Griezmann has to finish, let's be honest. But I was really surprised between that combination. Ansu Fati Jr. works really well. Also, the way in that build-up that Firpo uses his body to take out the Getafe player and really cover for the ball, excellent. That is something that, for instance, Jordi Alba doesn't have. He doesn't have the speed Firpo, but he has other attributes and he knows how to utilize them. So it will be a very important tool and a different tool that perhaps teams who are going to be facing Barcelona in the next few days don't anticipate, and we can use that as a wild card. But overall, guys, I am very happy with this game. I'm very happy with the way this is going. Barcelona are exciting. I want to see the next game. That's the main thing, guys. That's the main thing. Regaining the fans. Let them feel that passion for the team again, and more importantly, the players. Barcelona are doing things right again. On a field level, the board is another different story, but for the time being, in the short term, I'm happy from what we have to see. We have 2 competitions to fight for. Let's give it all we got. Hopefully, guys, you have enjoyed this video. If you did, be sure to drop us a like, leave us a subscribe, and follow me on all our social media to keep up to date. It's been wonderful to serve you for more football today, and yeah, see you in the next one. Take care. Ciao.